Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Here are three or more of my short stories. They're each told in a minute or three. The first one is called Skinned. Ethan always had higher standards for people than could always be met. As a child, he always covered his test paper when classmates tried to copy his answers. A dermatologist now, when his patients would no-show or fail to do what was needed, for example, put ointment on a wound, he'd fire the patient. On a first date, no matter how cute or flirtatious, if she was stupid, evil, or self-absorbed, he summarily dropped her. His high standards frustrated him with normal humankind, and one time he went over the edge. A patient both no-showed and didn't change her bandage so it got infected, and the patient blamed the doctor. "You didn't tell me I needed to do it every day." He had, and so when he told the patient about the biopsy results, which was that the lesion was benign and could safely be ignored, the doctor lied and said it was a skin cancer that needed to be cut out. The doctor, Ethan, felt good afterward. Okay, that's called Skinned, and the next one is called Suddenly Old. And take me a second to get to it. Come on. And here we are. Okay. Nope, I gotta read. Yeah, okay. Suddenly Old. Clarissa's discipline had paid off. She made it all the way to the Midwest Ballet Theater's principal ballerina, having sacrificed her childhood. She successfully fought her tendency to gain weight with an anorexic ballet diet in which she both recorded every one of her 900 calories a day and posted her weight every day on Facebook. She practiced ballet 6 hours a day and felt she was being a slacker when she only practiced 2 hours on Christmas Day. In her 50s, that discipline enabled her to get selected for major roles in the National Senior Ballet Company, but at age 56, she started to have pain in her hip. She thought it was normal aging, the result of 50 years of ballet and simply living, but it was arthritis, rapidly progressing arthritis. Within 6 months, she went from limber dancer to having trouble getting up and down steps, even into the car, and she was even limping a bit. Her doctor was optimistic that a hip replacement would restore her to nearly her pre-arthritis self, but that turned out to be too optimistic. After the 3-month, often painful recovery, yes, she could walk and climb stairs, but her dancing days were over. Dancing had been her entire life, so she tried teaching dance, but was frustrated at students' lack of discipline. She tried managing a dance studio, but was frustrated with teachers and students who no-showed. A few months later, she developed arthritis in her other hip and in a knee, is taking pain medication for those, but probably is facing more surgery. She thought, "I thought you get old gradually. I felt young, and then poof, I'm old." She bought a chocolate fudge cake and Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey ice cream, put them out at a table, and stared. Anyway, so that one is called Suddenly Old. The final of the 3 stories, excuse me, that I'd like to read to you is called My Life's Most Regretful Moment. I was so sad to see Grandpa. I remember him as energetic and smart, yeah, but also wise. And then to see him at the end, ugh. I had procrastinated going to see him because I was so afraid of what he'd look like. I was afraid of seeing all the tubes, the IV bottle, the row of pills. I was afraid I wouldn't know the right thing to say. I could try to explain it all away by telling you I was only 12, but I was old enough. I should have seen him more. But I'll never forget the last time I saw him. It was my life's most regretful moment. All my fears were confirmed. He was frightening to look at. Even though he was at home, there were more tubes, more machines than I had even imagined. And well above his headboard, where he couldn't see it, was a sign, "Do not resuscitate." After I said, "Hi, Grandpa," and he responded by waving his fingers, I couldn't say anything smarter than, "How are you?" What was he supposed to say? "I'm dying, how are you?" He said in barely a whisper, "I'm okay with it all, don't worry." He took a deep breath so he could talk more. "Daniel, I want to leave you a treasure." Idiot me thought about gold, about jewels, and that wasn't what he meant. He said, "The greatest treasure I could give you are 3 words. Work, because a worthwhile life is about being productive. You could spend your life watching sitcoms and be happy, but your life would have been worthless. The second word is merit. Today, being of the so-called right race or gender is considered when people are getting hired or selected for college. That means that merit counts less, and that hurts the better person who was not selected, the coworkers, the customers, all of us. And the third and final word is you. It's easy to blame your problems on other people and on society. And yes, those do affect things, but you have more control than you think. When crap happens, make yourself rebound. Always take the next step forward. You can do it. You. I remember crying, not because Grandpa was dying or because of the wisdom of what he said, but because I was expecting a, quote, real treasure. Then I got angry, I said goodbye, and I stormed out. Well, I'm now 90 years old, and that was my life's most regretful moment. I've tried to live by his 3 words, work, merit, and you. And now that I'm on my deathbed, I hope to have the wisdom to say the right thing to each person who comes to say goodbye to me. I am guessing that there is a "do not resuscitate" sign over my bed. I'm hoping I'll say to people, I'm okay with it all, don't worry. Anyway, those are the 3 stories: skinned, suddenly old, and my life's most regretful moment. In any event, I hope you liked this. It's hard to like this, but found it interesting. And welcome your thumbs up on the button below there, and accept your thumbs down. Love when you write a comment. I like reading them. Especially like if you hit the share button below and share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, which mainly consists of self-help advice around career, relationships, money, occasionally interspersing my piano playing, my short stories, and the essays of other people. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.